In this video, we're going to take a look at 10 powerful plugins and tools for Final Cut Pro that are all completely free. Number 1, Workspace Remapper. You can find this over at fcpbooster.com. What's really cool is you can create custom workspaces for Final Cut Pro. For example, if I wanted to make a vertical workspace, I could simply click and drag the viewer over here to the right-hand side. Then we could save this as vertical. Then you'll select export.fcp workspace and save it to wherever you want. I'll just drop it on my desktop. Then inside of Final Cut Pro, we'll go up to Window. We'll go down to Workspaces. Then we'll select Open Workspace folder in Finder. Then from there, we'll locate the workspace that we've created and drag that over to our Workspaces folder. Now in Final Cut Pro, we'll go back up to Window. Then we'll select Workspaces and we can select our new custom vertical workspace. And you'll see now that I have a full height viewer for my vertical videos here on the far right side. Plugin number 2 is Grunge transitions from Corentin Abelin. Once you've downloaded them from his website, just head over to your transitions. Then you'll look up CA transitions here. And from there, you'll see Grunge film transition. I'll just click and drag this onto any clip. And if we push play, you can see how these transitions look. They're really energetic feeling. Additionally, you can select the transition and we can change stuff like the blend mode, the hue, the saturation, value, red, green, and blue alpha channels. And there's even a portrait option if you make vertical videos. Plus, you can select fade here at the bottom. Plugin number 3 on this list actually comes in a whole pack, and it's my Motion Tools Free pack. Once you've installed it, you'll locate it under Motion Tools Free, and the one I want to specifically focus on is this 3D Transform tool. In my opinion, this is actually one of the best 3D Transform tools you can get for Final Cut Pro, and I'll show you why. You'll just simply apply this on as an effect to your clip, and now we can click directly on our shot that we've applied this to, and it will give us on-screen controls to adjust the end position. Not only that, but I've added the option to animate in and out. Why is this useful? Well, let me select an end position, then we'll select animate in, and if we push play, our shot will automatically animate to that end position. You also have a bunch of controls over here on the right-hand side, including stuff like the angle of view, the depth of field blur, and the focus offset. Plus, it has a whole bunch of other tools and effects completely free that are included in the pack, and I definitely recommend you give those a shot as well. Plugin number 4 is Deep Pan, and once you've installed it, you'll locate it over here on the right side under OMotion Deep Pan in your effects. Go ahead and just simply apply this as an effect onto your clip, and you should immediately see that you have a point A and a point B. These are where your camera movements are going to take place. Then from there, you can drag up the displacement amount. And if I push play, we should get some nice 3D parallax on this completely 2D shot. It should be noted that this particular effect is more so designed for photos in Final Cut Pro, and videos actually introduce several issues and it doesn't work very well. So this is a great way to add some life to a 2D photo on your Final Cut Pro project. Now really quickly, if this video has been helpful to you, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and helping me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers. That's only possible with your help, and I would be truly grateful. Plugin number 5 on this list comes from Tab 5a, and it is the Multiline Text Background tool. To use it, you'll go up to your titles, and once it's installed, you should be able to locate it under Tab 5a. You'll see Tab 5a Multiline Text Background, and we'll just apply it like any other title under our timeline. What's really cool is this specific tool automatically adds a background to every line of text that you have. You can change the number of lines from 3 all the way up to 12 lines. For this demo, I'll go ahead and change it over to 6. Then from there, we'll go to our text inspector and I'll just add a few more lines of text. So I'll press enter and just write in, consider subscribing today. Now that I have those lines of text, let's jump back over to our title inspector. We could change the text scale, shrink everything down a bit, and we could even adjust the text position to get it where we want it. Plus, we can change the background color, the opacity, the roundness, and you can even adjust the margins on all of these. Finally, you can add in a border if you want to, so this is just a great way to very quickly get lots of lines of text with a background in your project. Number 6 on this list is Leno Effects' before and after revealers. To use this effect, you'll simply go over to Leno Effects before and after inside of your effects and locate the one you want to use. I'll use the before and after pendulum. Let's go ahead and preview that, and you'll see that we have this great animation revealing the before and after of this clip. You can also lengthen the duration of the animation by dragging out the length of your clip. There's also an enormous amount of control here in the effects inspector. For example, we could change the color of our line. You can enable or disable the arrows. I also like adding in this arrow cursor so it looks like you've applied some sort of filter onto your clip. So you can get really creative with all of these different controls, and it's just a great way to reveal the before and after on something you've edited here in Final Cut Pro. The next plugin on this list is Bump Map from Corentin Abulin. Bump maps are used all over the place when you're trying to do VFX, and it's really an effect that I think should be built directly into Final Cut Pro. But Corentin was kind enough to create a free version for all of us to use. To use the Bump Map effect, you'll just simply go to CA Effects and you'll locate Bump Map and apply it onto whatever clip you want. So this effect is going to be driven by luminance values, that being the black and white values of a clip, and it's super simple to use. So once I have it selected here, let's make sure we click on our drop zone, and I've gone ahead and added these black and white spirals onto the timeline, so I'll just select that and apply. So now you can kind of see what it's doing with these spirals, and I'll drag up the amount so we can very clearly see it, and it's just warping the image based off of where it's black and where it's white. It's essentially kind of offsetting the image. So a really powerful use case for this is to use clouds. What do I mean by that? Well, these are part of my Motion Tools Complete pack, and now that I have those clouds set up, I'm going to place it into a compound clip, and then we'll hide that with V. From there, we're going to change the bump map effect over to the clouds, push apply, and if we push play, you'll see that we're getting this really interesting warping on our image. We can adjust the amount, so you can use this for very powerful looking VFX directly inside of Final Cut Pro. The next free plugin on this list comes from the OGs of teaching Final Cut Pro, Ripple Training. Big shout out to Steve and Mark, you guys mean a lot to me. This particular plugin is the RT Type On Cursor. We'll use RT Type On Cursor 80s and drag that to the timeline. And pushing play, you can see how we get this blinking cursor as it slowly types out our text. But they've given us enough control to make this really work for our specific needs. So for example, let's say we want the animation to end pretty quickly. I'm just going to park my playhead where I want it to end. Let's remove the delayed typing and we'll drag up the complete early all the way up until all of the letters have been completed. And so pushing play, we can see that the typing animation is much faster, but we still get that great little blinking animation. Now, additionally, we can go in and type in whatever we want. And so now that will be typed on really quickly. And if you're feeling really cool, you could even go in and use the neon effect that's built into Final Cut Pro and just apply that onto your text. And so now you get this nice little 80s glow going on. Pretty fun. Plugin number 9 comes from my good friend Raphael Ludwig, and it's his Power Tools Lite pack. There's actually a lot of really amazing tools in this free pack, but the one we're going to take a look at is his Stroke Plus filter. To use it, I'm simply going to add a magnetic mask onto the shot of this seal, and I just want to outline it. So we'll select Analyze and let Final Cut Pro do its magic. Once that's analyzed, we can push Done. And now I can go ahead and apply the Stroke Plus filter onto that topmost shot. And just like that, we now have an outline of this seal on the beach. Now, Raphael has added a ton of extra controls over here, like color and width and offset. You can fade the inside, so you can really customize this outline and make it your own. And the best part is it's completely free. And the 10th tool on this list is actually an entirely free app made by Rob to Earth. It is the FCP Template Manager. This is a great way to manage all of those plugins you've just installed. You can go in and see all of your titles, effects, generators, and transitions. You can create favorites folders. You can jump inside and let's say that you're tired of seeing a specific template. Well, you can right click on it and then you can select hide from FCP browser, and now that won't show up over in Final Cut Pro. There's tons of features for organization. It's really such an essential tool, and I highly recommend that you watch the video I created over on his website, robtoearth.com, and make this a part of your everyday Final Cut Pro toolset. With that being said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.